Hi everyone, welcome to our new show Alive. I'm here with Renee Testa Adams and I am Teresa St. Francis and we are alive.
Hello everyone, how are you?
And most importantly, feminine, beautiful beings embrace who we are. And over the course of our shows, we're going to talk about things that are in our daily lives to help us embrace our divine feminine, as well as give you tools and techniques on handle our everyday struggles from a spiritual perspective as well as from an earthly perspective. So Renee's got a few things she wants to talk about, so let's bring it to the table.
No, when Teresa came to me and said, let's do this alive, she was meditating and talking to the spirits, and they said, let's do the show alive, and I want to bring women and humanity alive. I want to start the conversation about just bringing people alive and really empowering them to use their inner powers. So, I'm really happy about being a part of this journey with you.
Me too. I've been getting it for a long time about we as a humanity, we as a culture have lost some of our, not only humanity, but we've lost some of our moral compass, a little bit of respect, a little bit of how to behave correctly. So Spirit's been encouraging me to rewrite what I want to do, what they want me to do in the world, which is not only be the spiritual medium, but let's talk about how to awaken our light within us. How do we share that? What is love? How does love work? How does love affect our soul? How does it affect our cells? So we're going to talk all about that during the course of our shows alive, and hopefully we will share techniques and tools on how we, from the Creator, wants us to connect so that we can save the planet, save humanity. I called you this week and we talked about Stephen Hawkins.
Stephen Hawkins, that's what I posted on Facebook. Stephen Hawkins. I didn't know the name, but I knew the person.
Mm-hmm.
That's the gentleman that was on Oprah a number of times. Oprah loved him. Oprah really respected him and brought him on to use that platform. And it really is a remarkable thing. I really believe that people that are challenged in life are really God messengers because they speak the truth. They have no blockage in what they say, and I think he's so reverent in his holiness and the way that he looked at humanity.
I agree. People with challenges, and that's what we're also going to talk about, also carry more light because of the difficulties of having to do the inner journey, of having to connect with the questions of, why am I here? Why am I going through such a difficult time? What is my purpose? All those questions that every one of us asks when we're in very difficult situations.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they ask the questions, but then they get beyond it, and they just do. I just watched a gentleman on the Oprah Super Soul Sunday who lost 3 of his limbs, and he became a neurologist. I think it was a neurologist. He's a doctor though. And he really uses his platform to help people that are passing. And he actually found that it's very holy to be in the presence of somebody's passing. And what he did was he would have, when someone would pass, he'd put rose petals on them. So that's the last thought in someone's mind when they see their passing of their being. So, and
the smell also is very reverent. So that's what I guess I want to wrap it all together and say, one of the things we're going to talk about, and I really want to work on in our live show, is how we deal with trials and tribulations, and not just daily life stuff, physical issues,
right.
Abnormalities, deformities. How do these autistic children are still connected? Why they're still connected? How they, as much as we as humans think that they're not of the level of what society expects, but they're beyond what society even understands. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot that I want to bring to the table, like, again, to wrap it back to Stephen Hawkins.
Stephen Hawkins, what a great gentleman.
What a great gentleman, what a man with such insight and power. And he came out with a press release this week, and he talked about that if humanity does not start saving the planet and finding other resources to live, and food, we're not going to be here in 100 years.
Wow, that's incredible. That's in 100 years
100
is not
years.
too far away.
Not at all.
You know, since we've been here for over 2,000 years, it's pretty incredible that 100 years is really within our grandchildren's
Lifetime. And this is the first year. I don't know who deems each generation, but this is the scientists are calling this the human explosion. This is the first time in humanity the planet is so filled with population that there is a big crisis on the way of not only food, water. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with what's going on in Somalia. They're in a huge drought. There is no water.
Wow.
So you got other parts of the country in sheer devastation.
He's talking about the world. He's talking about every single country in the world.
Stephen Hawkins,
yes.
But he also, I think I want to connect it to, it's already happening.
Right.
You know, we in New Jersey, we're in a drought for 8 months. And if you looked at the topography of the NASA satellites, our reservoirs looked almost non-existent.
Wow.
And only in the last 45 to 60 days.
Yes, it's been pouring.
It's been pouring.
It's been pouring. Thank God. Thank God. Ooh.
Right. So again, what we want to talk about is how do we, as individuals, really make a difference. You know, I took the Silva Mind Method course this past weekend, and Jose Silva is such an incredible individual. Many years ago, like in 1940, I believe he was around. He began to use his power to connect.
I'm going to decline it. And we're going to go back to live.
It's okay.
Okay, we have to go back on.
New show live.
Just post it.
Okay.
Post it and then hook up again. Little technical difficulties when you're using your phone. I wonder if there's a way we could stop our phones from ringing when we have to find that out.
I think this is do not disturb.
Yes. Anyway, live is live, and I always call it on my shows, winging it is recommended and approved.
I like that.
I love it.
I love it.
Because you know what? If you look at all the broadcasts on the TVs now, Ryan and Kelly and and The View, and they're all live. They're live. They're there's mistakes. There's interruptions. But that's part of being at live. That's what's great about it.
Right, and that's where we'll go back to Alive. I looked at all the other shows, and it's Regis and Kelly live. I know it's an old title, but everything's live. And to me, that's not alive.
Right.
I'm all about, and we've talked about this several times, about bringing in love and light and embracing that energy to not only help ourselves, but to help the planet to heal. And Spirit said to me, call it alive. Let's bring alive back. Let's all feel alive. Let's embrace life with some gusto and some light and love. And we're going to talk about how that love and light affect us all. There's lots of studies that we're going to talk about of how plants, when they're talked to and the energy is given, how they blossom.
That's so funny. Alice just said that. Alice, the woman that did the Silva Method, she said she talks to her plants. She talks to her plants, and she actually got a plant that was not doing well.
Really?
And she loved it, and she talked to it, and she nurtured it, and she really nurtured it back to health. And it's beautiful now, But I believe all that stuff. I believe that. Yeah, and you have to believe. That's a big part of the whole process, is to believe in yourself and to believe that things will work out.
But to believe that there's a greater purpose,
yes.
And there's greater energy, and there's a greater environment, that we are all interconnected,
right?
And that it's all woven into like a big web. And how do we access that web?
Right.
And what thread on that web? Where are we?
Right.
And how do we integrate with everybody else? Some of you know I have 2 dogs, Wizard and Halo. I talk to them like they're human.
Me too. I talk to my Winties and my Bella, my Winties and my Bella,
and they talk back.
Yes. Oh, forget it. They do. And you know what's funny is when they have different barks, because their different barks are telling you different things. And, you know, it's like, I want a bone, you know, like, or I want to go outside, you know. It's true.
Right, or Wizard will pull me and he'll give me that look like, are you not paying attention to me? And then I'm like, okay, let's massage the tummy, let's go through the process. And he laughs and he has a smile, Halo has a smile. So yeah, our dogs have different frequencies that they use in their intonation of barking.
Right.
It's the owners who understands the different intonation.
Right, right. So you told us about the title Alive, which is beautiful. That's why I actually took the photo. If everybody sees it on Facebook, on the Facebook Live, the logo. It's actually a real live photo that was taken in Florida by my friend Denise Gale. She actually sent it to me from Florida, saying how blessed I am to be on the beach in Florida on my birthday. And it was beautiful, and I said, that's exactly what Teresa was looking for, that light, the sunrise, because we all need to rise to the occasion and really awaken. And actually, I'm starting a life coaching, I'm being certified now. Awaken your practice, because in life you have to practice. It's like playing a softball, you know.
Absolutely.
You have to practice, 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 practice. Practice makes perfect, although we'll never be perfect, because change is the only thing in life that's guaranteed, right?
And light.
Yes, light.
Light. Change, light, love, those are the things that are guaranteed by the Creator.
Right.
But I think we as humans forget that even every day the dates change. We have to adapt to that change. So I'm so happy that you're hosting this with me.
Oh, you know, I don't really need to know too much. I need to go by my gut and how it feels, and like, okay, that's something that I want to, you know, take the journey on, you know, to find out how we can. And me, everyone knows peace, hope, and love is my world. That's what I'm made of. That's what I believe in. I believe that everybody needs love in their lives. They need to recover through love. May is Stroke Awareness Month, so, you know, get your app from the American Stroke Association so that everybody can know how to save someone. But it really is important for love and for light and for hope. Hope is really important.
We need all that. And when I sign off on everything, it's peace, love, and light.
Yeah, yeah.
Because those are the three things that bring us happiness, that bring us, you know, we talk about healing and stress, and we need to start bringing peace, hope, love, light into our worlds. I think we've forgotten that because we get, I think, my personal from the spirit has told me, we get so inundated with living life, paying the bills, raising our children, trying to keep a house, being involved in social activities with the kids, and just life in general, and time goes so quickly. I think we all forget that we need to have time for ourselves.
You know, me time is really important. Me time. And it only has to be a few minutes a day. You know, at least, you know, as much as you can, you know, an hour, 2 hours a day. But at least, you know, to go into this, I believe going into the silence, just to listen to yourself, to meditate, to really... Oh, there's Winties. Winties wants to be a part of this. But to really meditate and to really think, you know, to hear the other side, to be able to be aware of your inner, what you want to do, you know, how you feel about something, to not just do things because out of a quick reaction to somebody else's asking you to do something. You know, it's really important to understand whether it feels right to you. And this is really important. This is something I'm working on. Saying no is really...
It's a blessing.
It is a blessing. It's a challenge. You know, because you want to please people. You want to please people.
You want to please people. You want to help people. I call it me moments, just to go back a little bit. In the book, I talk about me moments, because even if you're at a light and it's red, those 30 seconds are your me moments of just zenning and allowing your guardian angels, letting the universe to come in and connect with you, to find your inner journey, to find your inner wisdom, to find your inner light. That's the connection we need to start establishing and working on. And it's simple as something as simple as, and I wrote it in the book, when you're at a light or you're on the train, close your eyes, put your earbuds in, knock out the rest of the world, take some deep breaths, and ask your guardian angel, what it is I need to do today? How do I need to do it? What do you want me to do? And we're going to go into greater detail over our series on how to connect, how to find those whisper moments where the angels are whispering in our ears, the Creator is sending us messages. What are those signs? And how to use that to become alive, to feel our world and feel the light and love that we all live in. You know, in the Bible it talks about as so above is below. The below is earth, as above is heaven, and what's missing is the connection of love. I really feel, from what I've been told and meditating, that love is missing. Love and light in this earth is missing. So part
It's
of
not
the
missing. I think missing. I think it's lost. It's out there.
Oh, it's out there.
It's out there, but we just have to reconnect to it. We have to look for it. We have to, we have to want it. Things can't come into your life unless you're aware of it and you want it. And
That's why I call it missing. It's like you're missing the love and the light because you're so focused on something else.
Yes.
That's why I call it missing.
Yes.
It's not that it's vacant.
Yeah.
It's just not, you haven't tapped into it.
Yeah.
You haven't.
It's I'm laughing because normally my house is so quiet. Teresa's here. You gotta understand, Teresa's here. Okay? Things she gets things alive. She does. You do. I mean, she talks about this is off the subject, but she talks about, animals talking to her. My dog is talking to her. My dog would be upstairs.
She's upset. She's not down here.
She's not down
I didn't
here.
get a chance to hold her. I didn't get a chance to love her.
She's talking to Teresa. Come down.
Yeah.
I want
Come down. Let me be part of. Let me sit on your lap.
Anyway, so I want to ask you a really important question, because this is another really important piece to this. Of course, we're going to talk about bringing people alive. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about humanity, which is really important to both of us.
Yes.
It's really important to both of us to bring the world together, and like Stephen Hawkins. But then another part to this was women, the femininity of women. Talk about that a little bit.
We as a culture have come to a point where it had been a male vibration up until 2012, and it's a long story. It has to do with actually history, religion, and how the male vibration consumed the planet. And in 2012 there was a shift, and there's been an ongoing shift where Mother Nature has to reclaim her own health, and in reclaiming her own health she has executed her divine feminine.
Teresa, you keep talking. I'm going to go.
And
I'll be right back.
and regain her divine feminine. And because we as women give birth, it's now about rebirthing the earth, it's rebirthing the world. And when we give birth as women, we give life. And when we give life, through that life we give love and light. When a baby comes down the birth canal, when it takes its first breath, that soul, that spirit steps in and reconnects with that physical temple to fill it with love and light. And this planet needs to become, and is becoming, and has been becoming, a feminine energy. Because it's about feminine energy, it's about healing, it's about rebirth, it's about taking what has been destroyed and rebuilding in a positive, productive manner to keep everybody healthy. And only females can do that. We can only give birth. We can only bring life into the world. Men can't do that. And the distinction between the two is why the divine feminine is now being asked to step forward within all of us women to take our empowered place in the universe, to unite, to connect, to support each other, so that we can bring in that divine energy, that light, that wisdom, that ancient history, so that we can save the planet, and we can save humanity, we can save our children. We can save the world from things that typically men as a whole provide us a lot of great things. They provide us support, they're strong, they were hunters, gatherers. That was all needed back when we were much more, I'll just say, less technology, and society was a lot less complex. today, men provide support, they go to work, but they need to understand that the feminine is the stronger energy.
Yeah, what I'm hearing from the other side is it's that the women need to nurture. They need to empower, but they also need to, because they need that feminine handling of things. You know, you need to nurture things. You know, in my world, and I always talk about my world because I can't tell everybody else how to live. But in my world, I really believe that kindness and love handles things better with a strong backing, handles things better than demanding things and really telling people what to do. That doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. Women and people and men as well and children, they all need to have love. And women know how to nurture and love. So I really
But they also know how to bring life into it.
Yes.
They know how to bring a different perspective into it. They know how to breathe life into it, whether it's life or rebirth.
Yeah.
You know, we bring nurturing, we bring compassion, we bring patience. We're much more, and this is fact. We are multitask. We can bring several different aspects into a situation because we think on both sides of our brain. We bring in what men can't bring in. Men are gatherers, they're hunters, they're fighters. They want to argue things out. They're a little bit more egotistical, whereas a female is a little bit more pragmatic. She's a little bit more, okay, it's not just about me, but it's about a bigger picture.
Yeah, well, she's not going to answer right away until she processes and really thinks of the proper way to say it rather than to just put it out in one aspect.
Correct. But it's also, I see women when they talk and when we present ourselves, we have a bigger platform. We have bigger thoughts. We engulf much more of a broader perspective of environment, family, because that's our DNA, that's how we're made up. Whereas men are, all right, I'm going to protect you and I'm going to do this, this, and this. And that might have worked years ago. But it has actually fractured our planet. It's caused a lot of devastation. Now it's women who have to come in and connect and hold each other's hands and embrace each other to lift each other so that we can lift the light and become a ray of sunshine where there is no healing going on right now.
I have a question for our audience. How would you lift light? How would you bring light into your life? What's one little simple way that, you know, you could be light?
You know what? That's a really great question. And I posted on Facebook yesterday. Silence, yeah, silence is golden.
I didn't look at your face. Oh my God, that's scary.
And I put in our crazy unbalanced world, how to be rich. To be rich is silence is golden. That's really what it says, is not to integrate with other people's craziness.
Yes, yes.
That's because then when you're golden and you're silent, you're bringing in golden light.
Yes, yes. I absolutely, positively agree on that. It's important.
It's important.
It's important.
So don't let other people drive your world. Don't let other people's issues, behavior, craziness become part of your world.
It doesn't mean that you can't be empathetic to another person, because we all have our ups and downs and challenges in life. Sometimes life is really good and fun and active and really enjoyable, and sometimes life is really difficult. And you have to understand that when you meeting somebody. And even if you don't know them, you have to have some empathy as to why they're yelling at you or why they're swearing, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have some empathy for them. But that doesn't mean that you need to take that into your world.
Correct. You can have empathy, but the empathy is over here. You don't have to own it. You don't have to take it in. Keep your space pure. And that's one of the things I'm working on in a new product line, is about keeping your space pure. And that's all I'm going to tell you right now.
I was just going to ask her what she was talking about.
Until I'm ready to launch it. But I'm talking about keeping your space pure, your home pure, how to keep you full of loving light.
I know one way is to put sage, right?
Some of the products I'm doing a spiritual box.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that.
I did tell you that.
But I'm like, I'm not supposed to say it. Let me throw it out.
One of the elements is sage, but there's a whole bunch of different elements. There'll be some techniques. There's going to be lots of prayers. It's going to be a one-point focus on how to clean your body, mind, and soul from ancient wisdom.
But I will tell you this, and this is really important, that Teresa can provide the box for you, but you have to do the work. That's really the key to every single thing that you want in your life. You have to make it happen. Someone else can't make it happen for you.
That's a really good point. And the word I keep hearing, they're screaming at me, is, what do you desire?
Yeah.
What do you desire from your life?
Yeah.
You know, we talk about cravings in our world. Well, I have a craving for chocolate, or I have a craving for ice cream. But what do you desire? Yeah. What does your heart want? What sings to you? What brings you to elation?
But and also you will get that little glimmer in your soul. You will hear that that's way. But then something will come and tempt you. Something that's like so good, and oh my God, I can make so much money doing that. But that's not what makes you happy. So where do you go? What do you do? You know, I mean, that's a test. That's a testament to, okay, what do I really want to follow? Do I want to follow my desires, or do I want to follow, live for the money? But the truth is that our lives can end in one split second. It doesn't matter where it is, what time of day. It doesn't matter if you're healthy, whether you're sick. Your life can end in one split second. So what are you going to do with your life? You're going to follow the path that your soul leads to, or are you going to follow the path that is the financial stability?
Really good question. I think we're going to handle some of that moving forward with some of our segments. And I also want to give you one word: balance. It's all about balance. How do we balance our world? How we can incorporate everything, and it comes down to different techniques. And hopefully you'll tune in as we go through the series and have different segments on what you're going to ask us questions, as well as things we want to bring to the table to improve the quality of your life.
For a long time. We didn't plan that. A long time. We have to. Somebody's got to help change the world. Yeah, and we're really honored. And this social media is really incredible. That we could sit in our studio in New Jersey and touch the world. I mean, that's mind blowing.
Global.
That's
It's global. It's mind blowing.
And that's really, just think about that for 1 second. That this social media, we're connected to the entire world, and that's what Teresa was talking about, that we are connected, and we need to be humanity, and we need to bring love and peace and light into everybody's life, and really be empathetic to people. I love the song Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw. How does it go? Close the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got a mountain to climb, but always stay humble and kind.
I like that.
When the dream you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. It's a good song. It's a really good song. You have to listen to the lyrics from the verses too. They're phenomenal. So, and that was actually written for the Oprah. I think Tim McGraw or someone wrote it for the Oprah show.
Really?
That she has on Sundays. It's not Super Soul Sunday, but it's another show. It's about humanity. It's about the world. So,
Okay.
So we're right in there.
We're right in there. So, I think we should kind of end with what's going to be our new end phrase. Stay alive, be healthy, bring peace, love, and light into your world, and spread it around.
Love you. Love you. Bye.